Oof, guys, like today has been for me, bro. Somebody is back on these streets that should not be back on these streets, bro. And it's dark, fam. It's dark, but some good news is Gabrielle Carrington has been remanded in custody. She appeared at Westminster Magistrates Court. That's like near Marylebone, you know, where the West come and where the Westway ends, you know, over there. Official reports still state that Claudia is not dead. Reports have said, rumors have said that she is apparently brain dead. That doesn't sound surprising considering the video that we've all seen. But Gabrielle has been charged. She was charged very, very quickly and remanded very, very quickly for attempted murder. Now, in the UK, I've done my research on this because her next hearing is scheduled for the 19th of May at the Old Bailey, Crown Court. God knows if she's going to plead guilty or not guilty. She has about a month to prepare her defense. But before we read through this article, if Claudia is pronounced dead, I mean, technically, if she is brain dead, under UK law, as far as I know, that also means she is dead. What will happen if she is brain dead? We're just making assumptions here. Her family will obviously decide whether they want to keep her on or not. Sometimes families don't want to switch off the machine because they don't trust the medical opinion. You're able to file injunctions, court orders, and get second opinions. I went through this with my uncle in Canada, who's not here right now, but he did survive. He did end up surviving, but he's not here now. But if medical professionals, NHS, God bless our NHS, we love our NHS, if they declare Claudia brain dead, then under UK law, she'll be dead. And the Escort's charges will be upgraded to murder or manslaughter. Okay. So a 29-year-old Escort has appeared in court charged with attempted murder after a car hit pedestrians in central London on Monday morning, leaving one woman in a life-threatening condition. And a 50-year-old man, a man in his 50s, left with life-changing injuries. And another woman had minor injuries. But the main focus here for me is the man who was just minding his business in London at 4:30 a.m. One thing people need to know, there ain't nothing good happening in London past 1 a.m. Maybe 1:30 a.m. 4:30 in the morning, there ain't good people out, bro, at that time. All right. Escort Carrington of Manchester was remanded into custody at Westminster Magistrates Court, where she was also charged with causing GBH with intent and actual bodily harm, as well as drink driving. Now, in court, they did release her breathalyzer results after she was arrested. Here in this article, here it says 61 micrograms of alcohol per 100 mm. I don't know what mm means. What does mm mean? Yeah, sorry, correction. It's milliliters of breath, which makes way more sense. And that's not super over the limit, but it's a little bit over the limit. And obviously you need to remember it was 5 a.m. Like they've already had a long night in the club, probably less drinking. She's gone back to the police station and they breathalyze her there again. So usually when they want to check your alcohol levels, they'll breathalyze you there, take you to the station, and they'll breathalyze you again at the station. And they'll use the lowest breath that you blowed, as long as nothing crazy's happened. But in this case, obviously something crazy has happened. You can see the photos of her in the court. Artist drawing of Gabrielle Escort appearing at Westminster Magistrates Court. She made a heart symbol in the dock, which is like, this woman's just not. It's not all the way there, bro. You know, BBL brain. Like it's like you know, like your life's over. You don't understand that. Your life's done. For what? You know, over what? Is that man, whatever man you are fighting over, is that man going to be sending you money in jail? He might, out of pity initially, but BBL brain, bro. You know, BBL brain. You know, I'm sure there's some nice ladies watching this video who do have BBLs as well, but this is what we call BBL brain. Escort described in court as a social media influencer. Another word for escort these days. You know, again, this is a wake up call. For people who are infatuated with influencer culture, okay? Because it even says it here, who makes regular trips to Dubai. They write themselves, don't they? You know, this is the type of people who love going to Dubai. What have I been telling you guys? What has Daddy Tanks been telling you from when you've been watching his channel for as long as you can remember? What have I been telling you guys? I've been telling you, Dubai is full of the worst people. I've shown you the worst people who were there, bro. We've covered it. We've covered the war zone, people forced to lie, no freedom of speech. I've told you Dubai attracts the worst of the worst people, frequent trips to Dubai. To do what? You know? And a lot of the young ladies are being misled by BBL backseat bandits like this, you know, people who all you need is 2 bills and the backseat of a car and they're freeing it up. You know what I mean? They're being misled. Young girls are being misled into seeing lifestyle. They're messing up good relationships they have with people, you know, in the real world, because they scroll on social media and they see this is happening for this girl. This girl's getting this girl's getting that. Wow. This girl, there are actually girls out there who believe, oh, this girl's getting flown out and she's not getting G. She's not having sex. Like, you may be thinking, anyone with a brain, you know, not even anyone with a brain, but anyone who's not as naive is sitting there thinking, well, no, who's flying you out for your company? They're flying you out for one thing, okay? But they're actually young girls coming up who will believe these influencers, aka escorts, that they're getting flown out, getting bags, all this treatment and stuff like that, materialistic things that add nothing to your life, just make you a target. All having materialistic things does when you're not middle upper class, you know, it just draws attention to you because you're trying to flex on broke people. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. Like, I've flown out many women in my life and they have all, it's like like this is, I don't know where, like, I don't know. I guess simps are tired of, I don't know. But for some reason, there's a lot of young women who actually believe that stuff. And it's like, no, especially in this economy, bro, please, you are not that interesting, girl. All right. She made heart signs with her hands towards family and friends in the packed public gallery as she was led out of the dock and back to the cells. And as you get older as well, you know, as you get older, like, another question, actually, another thing, as you get older, like, maybe it's not compatible because what was it, I was speaking to a blog page behind the scenes and he asked me a question. He said, Tanks, like, why does it seem like all these rappers get money and they go for these escorts? You know, why are they going for these escorts? Why are they fighting over the same low quality women? And I tried to explain to him that it's because money doesn't buy class. Like, these rappers mentally are the same as these setup chicks. These girls. I'm not saying that you know, she's a setup chick. There's no evidence of that. But the BBL bandits, that they are along the lines similar as the setup chicks. Okay, you need to understand these rappers. A lot of these guys from the streets, you know, they'll have a good thing going on, a good pattern. Someone they're shot into regular business. Regular work, you know, even in the F community, good work, good data, and they'll mess it up. You know, they'll mess it up just because they feel like it, just because they feel like they can get more, just because of whatever. Or they'll take an L, and instead of thinking of another way to bounce back from that L, their mind goes straight to, let me just rob this guy, and deal with the consequences later. Quick thinking. Same with the BBL bandits, all right? Let me line this guy up. You know, let me line him up. Let me set him up. He's got a watch. Let me set him up. Oh, let me risk my life to make my ass bigger instead of getting in the gym and trying it that way. You know what I mean? It's short-term thinking, not long-term thinking. I think that it's along those lines, and the fact that they're just similar, low class. You know what I mean? Low class. Because he was saying to me, oh, like, if I was a rapper, got a bunch of money, like, and I'm cheating the lawyer, like, I'm gonna try to take the lawyer seriously. And I'm trying to tell him, like, bro, you need to understand these rappers from the streets. Yeah, they might have the money, but the lawyer will defo cheat them. They'll defo cheat the lawyer for a little bit, but they don't have the what's it called? The capacity to keep her, you know, to keep her around. You know, it'll just be never anything more than fun. You know, that's what I'm trying to explain. But let me know in the comments below what you guys think about that. She made a heart sign with her hands towards, I'm waffling in this video, guys. I'm just talking, you know. This is one of them days. Listen, I've received some weird news, like, I don't know how I feel about it. So I'm just speaking my mind. I guess no filter, like, no edit. I don't feel like editing a video today. I'm just gonna speak my mind. I hope you're having a good day, though. The weather's great today. The weather's been amazing. I'm missing Chung Lee. Chung Lee's obviously not here anymore because of this cretin. All right, Chung Lee. She made Chung Lee sign out. How mad is that? She was with her friends and family in the packed public gallery as she was led out of the dock and back to the cells. Family and friends of Claudia also attended the court hearing. Footage of the incident circulating online shows a woman getting into a black car before it surges forward. Well, we've seen the footage. Outlining the allegations, prosecutor Rizwan Amin told the court, in the early hours of Sunday morning, April 19th, ambulance service and police were called to Argyle Street for reports that a woman had been run over. And I'm unable to find much of Rizwan Amin, but what we do have is, there's no pictures of him, but it seems like this is the biggest case that he's heard so far. He probably isn't going to be the actual guy prosecuting. He's probably just the guy who came there and turned up, to say, hey, can't turn up to magistrate's court, because we all know the real meat and bones is going to be taking place at Crown Court. It's going to be taking place at Crown Court. Officers had attended at 5 a.m. and the London Ambulance Service were on the scene. The scene can only be described as lots of people shouting. It could be described as a melee. I've never known how to say this word, melee, so to speak. Many individuals who were there from a nearby nightclub, including security and staff members. The full extent of the incident wasn't appreciated at the time officers had attended. Further CCTV checks show that Miss Carrington had arrived in Argyle Street in her car, which was nearby to the Enquires nightclub. During this time, she seemed to have an altercation with a male as she exited her car. This altercation escalated, involving several other members of the public. Who is this mystery man? Who is it? Security staff tried to intervene to separate those involved. The escort was then seen to re-enter her vehicle. The prosecutor said the vehicle immediately moved off and sharply mounted the pavement. During this maneuver, the vehicle struck Claudia, who was positioned in front to the front side of the vehicle, and she was dragged forwards and dropped between the vehicle and a metal bike rack. I didn't even deep that as well. I didn't even think about that. Like, it wasn't just the vehicle going over it. Like, she was it's insane, what this monstrosity of a human did. As the vehicle kept moving forward, and her being drunk as well, now that we know her drunk level, being that level of drunk, unless you really can't handle your liquor, it's not going to make you do nothing stupid like that. You know what I mean? The only drug that I've taken that I can say would make you do something like that is Xanax. Anyone who's taken it knows. If you take enough of that, that could make you do something very foolish like this. As the vehicle kept moving forward, it fully took her underneath the vehicle and at the same time had struck a security member of staff, Anush Chaishi, who was on the pavement. It is said Carrington reversed the car backwards as Claudia emerged from under the vehicle. We saw it. We saw it ourselves. This is the artist drawing of the escort. During the maneuver, as Miss Letitia Armstrong was also hit by the vehicle and suffered a fractured scaphoid bone in her waist area, said the prosecutor. Escort of Broadfield Road, Manchester, which we need to look at. Okay, this is the road in Manchester. So tell me this girl come all the way down from Manchester's a lovely place as well. Lovely city. Big up all my Mancunians watching this video. I love Manchester. I'll never turn down a trip up to Manchester, Yeah, man. This, what I mean? This don't really look like the gutter that much. Like, anyone who's from Manchester, let me know if you think this is the gutter. This don't really look like the gutter that much to me. I don't know how far it is from the city centre, but it's like, clearly you don't know how to go from that to Mayfair. You know what I mean? Has been charged with attempted murder, causing GBH with the intent. Whenever I hear GBH with the intent, I think of that RV song. You know that RV song, Why Always Me? A lot of men say they're on stuff, but talk is cheap. No points getting scored on me. I'll get man down in my Jordan freeze. When there's a bar in there where RV says, I ain't on a fist fight thing. If it's GBH, then it's with the intent. And I was studying law at the time, and I was like, oh shit. But yeah, she did not enter any pleas during Tuesday's court hearing. The force said, Mr. Chaish, in his 50s, has suffered life-changing injuries. According to the court charges, Carrington allegedly had 61 micrograms of alcohol per 100 milliliters of breath when she tested after the incident. After the charges were announced, David Malone, Deputy Chief Crown Prosecutor for the CPS in London North, said, we remind all concerned that proceedings against the defendant are active and that she has the right to a fair trial. Absolutely. It is vital that there should be no reporting, commentary, or sharing of information online which could in any way prejudice these proceedings. Okay, Okay, that, yeah. Okay, thanks for letting me know, David Malone, because I'm gonna have to even check before I repost this video, because obviously usually the man Chris Summers will let me know if there's any reporting restrictions, etc. Because contempt of court is no joke. Like I ain't here to mess with that. So you lot might not even see this video. I need to go over it again. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys maybe again today, maybe tomorrow. But yeah, I'm not gonna have a good day today, but you'll have a good day today. Peace and love. Thank you.